Section 3, Runways and Markings. Question 1. The numbers 8 and 26 on the approach ends of the runway indicate that the runway is oriented approximately A, 008 degrees and 026 degrees true, B, 080 degrees and 260 degrees true, or C, 080 degrees and 260 degrees magnetic. Question again, the numbers 8 and 26 on the approach ends of the runway indicate that the runway is oriented at approximately 080 degrees and 260 degree magnetic. Question 2, refer to figure 48 on page 89. So it has there's the picture. So it has a markings of a air path runway. Okay, question 2. According to the airport diagram, which statement is true? A, position E on runway 30 is available for landing. B, takeoffs may be started at position A on runway 12, and the landing portion of this runway begins at position B. Or C, takeoff and landing portion of runway 12 begin at position B. Question again, according to the airport diagram, which statement is true? The correct answer is B. Takeoffs may be started at position A on runway 12, and the landing portion of this runway begins at position B. Okay, discussion. Position A indicates a displaced threshold by the arrows located along the center line in the area between the beginning of the runway and displaced threshold. Arrowheads are located across the width of the runway just prior to the threshold bar. A displaced threshold is located at point on the runway other than the designated beginning of the runway. The portion of the runway behind a displaced threshold is available for takeoffs in either direction and landings from opposite direction. The markings are white in the real environment. Question answer A is incorrect because position E contains blast pad or stopway markings as indicated by the chevrons. These markings are unusable for landing, takeoff, and taxiing. Chevrons are yellow in the real environment. Answer C is incorrect because only the landing portion of runway 12 begins at position B, and the takeoff may be started in the paved area behind the displaced runway threshold. Okay, question 3. Back to the figure diagram. Refer to figure 48 on page 89. What is the difference between the area A and area E on the airport depicted? A may be used for taxi and takeoff, and E may be used only as shown as a overrun. B, A may be used for all operations except heavy aircraft landings. E may be used only as an overrun. Or C, A may be used only for taxiing. E may be used for all operations except landings. Question again, what is the difference between the area A and area E on the airport depicted? Correct answer is A. A may be used for taxi and takeoff. E may be used only as a overrun. Discussion. Area A in figure 48 is paved area behind a displaced threshold. A displaced runway threshold. As identified by the small 2W symbol pointed to by B. This area may be used for taxi, the landing, rollout, and the takeoff of aircraft. Area E is stopway area as structure is unusable except as a overrun. And answer B is incorrect because A cannot be used by aircraft for landing. Answer C is incorrect because Area A can also be used for takeoffs and landings rollout. Area E cannot be used for any type of operation except as a overrun. Okay, question 4. Area C on the airport depicted is classified as A, stabilized area, B, multiple helicopter, C, closed runway. Question again. Area C on the airport depicted is classified as A. Correct answer is B, closed runway. Continuing to look at the diagram. Question 5. The portion of the runway identified by the letter A may be used for A, landing, B, taxiing and takeoff, or C, taxiing and landing. Question again. The portion of the runway identified by either the letter A may be used for B, taxiing and takeoff. Discussion. The portion of the runway identified by the letter A is displaced threshold. A displaced runway can be distinguished from a regular runway by the arrow heads that run across the width of the displaced runway, just before the white threshold bar. As identified on the diagram by the two small W symbol indicated by B, A displaced threshold means that the runway may be used for taxiing or takeoff but not for landing. Answer A is incorrect because area A may be used for the landing, rollout, or taxi but not the actual landing. Answer C is incorrect because area A may be used for taxiing and takeoff but not for landing. Question 6. The numbers 9 and 27 on a runway indicated that the runway is oriented approximately A, 009 degrees and 027 degrees true, B, 090 degrees and 270 degrees true, or C, 090 degrees and 270 magnetic. Question again. The number 9 and 27 on a runway indicate that the runway is oriented approximately C, 090 degrees and 270 magnetic. Question 7. Refer to figure 65 above. Which sign is a designation and direction of an exit taxiway from a runway? A, J, B, F, or C, K? Question again. Which sign is a designated and direction of an exit taxiway from a runway? The correct answer is C, K. Question 8. Refer to figure 65 on page 90. Which sign identifies where aircraft are prohibited from entering? A, D, B, G, C, B. Question again. Which sign identifies where aircraft are prohibited from entering? The correct answer is A, the letter D. Question 9. Refer to the figure 65 on page 90. Refer to E. This sign is a visual clue that A, confirms that aircraft's location to be on taxiway B, B, warns the pilot approaching taxiway B, or C, indicates B holding area is ahead. Question again. This refer to the letter E. This sign is a visual clue that. Correct answer is A, confirms the aircraft's location to be on taxiway B. Question 10. Refer to the figure 65 on page 90. Refer to the letter F. The letter F, this sign confirms your position on A, runway 22, B, routing to runway 22 or routing to runway 22. C, taxiway 22. Question again, refer to letter F. This sign confirms your position on, correct answer is A, runway 22. Question number 11. Refer to figure 65 on page 90. Refer to letter G now. From the flight deck, this marking confirms the aircraft to be A, on a taxiway about to enter the zone, B, on a runway about to clear, or C, near an instrument approach clearance zone. Question again. From the flight deck, this marking confirms the aircraft to be B, on a runway about to clear. Question 12. Refer to figure 65 on page 90. Which of the signs in the figure is mandatory instruction sign? A, D, B, G, or C, H? Question again. Which of the signs in the figure is a mandatory instruction sign? Correct answer is A, the letter D. Question 13. When approaching taxiway holding lines from the sides with the continuous lines, the pilot A may continue taxiing, B should not cross the lines without ATC clearance, or C should continue taxiing until all parts of the aircraft have crossed the lines. Question, when approaching taxiway holding lines from the side, the continuous lines, the pilot B should not cross the lines without ATC clearance. Continuing to question 14. There's another figure or diagram to look at. Question 14. What is the purpose of the runway hold position sign? A, denotes entrance to runway from a taxiway. B, denotes area protected for an aircraft approaching or departing a runway. Or C, denotes intersection runways. Question again. What is the purpose of the runway/runway hold position sign? Correct answer is C, denotes intersection runways or intersecting runways. Question 15. What does the outbound destination sign identify? A, identifies entrance to the runway from a taxiway. B, identifies runway on which an aircraft is located. Or C, identifies direction to take off runways. Question again, what does the outbound destination sign identify? Correct answer is C, identifies direction to take off runways. Question 16. When turning onto a taxiway from another taxiway, what is the purpose of the taxiway directional sign? A, indicates direction to take off runway. B, indicates designation and direction of exit taxiway from runway. Or C, indicates designation and direction of taxiway leading out of an intersection. Question again, when turning onto a taxiway from another taxiway, what is the purpose of the taxiway directional sign? Correct answer is C, indicates designation and direction of taxiway leading out an intersection. Question 17. What purpose does the taxiway location sign serve? A, provides general taxiing direction to named runway. B, denotes entrance to runway from a taxiway. Or C, identifies taxiway on which an aircraft is located. Question again, what purpose does the taxiway location sign serve? The correct answer is C, identifies taxiway on which an aircraft is located. Question 18. The yellow demarcation bar marking indicates A runway with displaced threshold that precedes the runway. B, a hold line from a taxiway to a runway. Or C, the beginning of available runway for landing on an approach side. Question again, the yellow demarcation bar markings indicates, correct answer is A, runway with a displaced threshold that precedes the runway. Question 19. Refer to the figure 64 below. Which marking indicates a vehicle lane? A, the letter A, B, the letter C, or C, the letter E. Question again, which marking indicates a vehicle lane? Correct answer is B, the letter C. Okay, there's a new diagram for this. Question 20. A lighted helicopter may be identified by A, the letter A, green, yellow, and white rotation beacon, B, flashing yellow light, or C, blue lighted square landing area. Question again. A lighted helicopter may be identified by A, the letter A, green, yellow, and white rotation beacon. That's again, green, yellow, and white rotation beacon. Question 21. A military air station can be identified by a rotating beacon that emits A, white and green alternating flashes, B, two quick white flashes between green flashes, or C, green, yellow, and white flashes. Question again. A military air station can be identified by a rotating beacon that emits, correct answer is B, two quick white flashes between green flashes. Question 22. An airport's rotating beacon operating during daylight hours indicates A, there is an obstructions on the airport, B, the weather at the airport located in Class D airspace is below basic VFR weather minimums, or C, the air traffic control tower is not in operation. Question again, an airport's rotation beacon operating during daylight hours indicates, correct answer is B, the weather at the airport located in Class D airspace is below basic VFR weather minimums. Question 23. How can a military airport be identified at night? A, alternate white and green light flashes. B, dual peaked two quick white flashes between green flashes. Or C, white flashing lights with steady green at the same location. Question again, how can a military airport be identified at night? Correct answer is B, dual peaked two quick white flashes between green flashes. Question 24. Air taxiing edge lights are identified at night by A, white directional lights, B, blue omnidirectional lights, or C, alternate red and green lights. Question again. Airport taxi edge lights are identified at night by, correct answer is B, blue omnidirectional lights. Omnidirectional lights. Last question, 25. To set the high intensity runway lights on medium intensity, the pilot should click the microphone 7 times and then click it. A, 1 time with 4 seconds, B, 3 times with 3 seconds, or C, 5 times with 5 seconds. Question again. To set high intensity runway lights on medium intensity, the pilot should click the microphone 7 times and then click it. Correct answer is C, 5 times within 5 seconds.